The hormone responsible for making us male grow sick-ass beards and rock-solid ass cheek. That testosterone, boy. Hormones are like every single geek running starting strength or strong lift 5x5 for 3 months and answering form checks in Reddit Fitness. It has instructions that improves upon the information, the recipe that is already there inside the cell for protein synthesis, improving its efficiency in building the specific protein, the specific recipe that it is trying to do at the time. Testosterone in this specific has a better recipe for building muscle. That's why when you juice your balls off, you instantly balloon the fuck up, especially in the delts and in the traps, because the shoulders and traps have a higher density of androgen receptors. You see, hormones, for they to be able to influence a cell, they need to be attached to a receptor. The receptor is nothing more than a parking spot where the hormone sits outside the cell and provide those instructions to improve upon protein synthesis. That's what saying that the shoulders and delts have more androgen receptors really means. The cells on those muscles are more efficient at receiving the influence of testosterone to build more tissue. And from a design point of view, it makes a lot of fucking sense. The neck and the shoulders are extremely mobile and extremely frail at the same time, making optimizing muscle building activities in those areas pretty intelligent from an evolutionary standpoint. Your muscles and everything else in your body are built through a process called protein synthesis. When you ingest foods that contain protein, the protein travels through your digestive system and are broken down into amino acids. These amino acids then are shot into the bloodstream and they become available to the cells to produce all kinds of gunk like enzymes, hormones, complex tissue like muscle via protein synthesis, which is a gene expression where a partial copy of your DNA sequence gets released in the cytoplasm of the cell in the form of RNA. This process is called gene transcription. Imagine that your DNA is just a cookbook. It has all the recipes to produce every single molecule that is inside you, that compounds into you as an organism. And each recipe is a gene sequence that is in the DNA. And when that gene sequence gets transcripted into RNA, it's like taking a Xerox of the specific page that has the recipe that you want to make. So RNA is nothing more than instructions copied from the DNA on how to assemble proteins, the recipe on how to make them. So RNA is there milling around inside the cell, and here comes the ribosomes that read those instructions and pick the amino acids in the cell and start assembling the protein, building tissue, building enzymes, building stuff inside you. This is the second part of gene expression, gene translation. When the information coming from the DNA is used to assemble a new protein, to build a new protein, to synthesize a new protein. Protein synthesis. That's how your muscles are built mechanistically.